First of all, good afternoon, everybody. It's lovely to be here. Thanks to Pinky, but I've been hearing about this initiative, and she's been talking about it. I know she doesn't take any credit for it, but she's been talking about it, so making us aware of what is happening. And health is something, obviously, after what I've gone through, I take a lot of interest in. So I was very keen on knowing what happens. And when she said that this is what we were planning, I said, of course. It's my pleasure to be here, and it's great to see you all, and a lot of pinks also, so that's great that we followed the color code. But what doctor said was absolutely right, that early detection saves lives is a slogan that we should all remember. Because what I realized is that cancer is a scary word. We feel that life is ended, everything comes to a standstill, but that's not true. If you detect cancer early, it's something that can be cured, that can be, treated. And we are talking about breast cancer, and the statistics that she will give are much, I won't know those. I did not have breast cancer, but any cancer caught early, it has a much higher chance of, of curing it rather than, it being the scary word that it is. So early detection does save lives. I've been part of that brigade which says that, oh, I'm healthy, I don't need to test, I don't need to do even a blood test. We all say yearly health checkup, but how many of us procrastinate about it, and we just don't.
I'm the first one.
Yeah.
And my husband's always shouting at me that, get your test done.
Yeah, exactly. And we're just like always not.
So I'm going to register myself here.
I want to see her do that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, this is just going through it regularly and catching it early. It just, saves you from so much more pain, because cancer is one of those diseases which I feel that the treatments for it are so much more harsher than the disease itself. So imagine if you could catch it early, you go through minimal invasive treatment, and later on when you have to go through very harsh treatments, for the rest of your life, your body is shattered. It's gone through what it has gone through. Your nerves are gone, your veins are, it's just such a harsh treatment. So why put yourself through that? And that's why early detection is extremely important.
Thank you for that, ma'am. And I'm fairly certain a lot of us are feeling already plenty motivated, Pinky Garu to begin with. Ma'am, you just discussed the fact that it is a debilitating disease physically, but it really takes a chunk out of you mentally as well, doesn't it? Mentally also, it really takes something out of you. I would like for you to kind of share a little about how was it to kind of, that will and the determination that mentally I've got to do this.
Well, my son was very young, so that was my will and determination. I needed to survive for him was the thought in my head. I think most of us are, and actually, especially when I go to the hospitals, like when you go to Tata Hospital and all of, various places in our country, when you go to the smaller hospitals, and you will never call me a warrior again. You will never say I'm strong again. If you see the women and how they deal with it, I've had a great support system. I'm blessed. I had everything that could be given. There are women who are pregnant, who are dealing with young children, who are dealing with families who are refusing to accept them back and think that it is their fault. When you see what they are going through and the treatment that they're going through and coming out of it, that is an eye-opener for me. And, it just makes you understand. You realize how blessed you are. So I would say that whenever you go through something physically, of course, it takes a mental toll. And when you look at how fortunate you are, you look at the positive side of it, when you start to look for it, then suddenly the glass is half full rather than half empty. And I know these sound like cliches, but literally small things like that is what take you through. So through my treatment, there were 2 hashtags that I had formed. One was one day at a time and switch on the sunshine. And one day at a time that's what it was. Because, the moment you look at, oh my God, I don't know when the treatment is going to, it overwhelms you. So for me, it was like, let me get through today and I'll deal with tomorrow. Which helped me kind of live in the present, which is what our culture teaches us, which is what everybody and our parents have always told us, that live in the present. Easy to say, difficult to do, but that did help me do that. And switch on the sunshine. It's like switch it on. Every time you think something is pulling it down, you say, I'm going to switch it on and look at the positive side of it, and kind of start thinking of it from that angle. And that's how it is. And then mind is definitely something, it can make your body do amazing things. And if you can get your mind to work with you in healing, then your body will heal. It will take to the treatment much better.
Beautiful.